Hi, what's up? Hello, my name is Liz, and you are watching For Booking Out Loud. So today I decided to do the end of the year book tag that was created by Ariel Bissett years and years ago. And I know it's supposed to be done a little earlier, and this is definitely the end of November. So my bad, but we're still gonna go for it, because why not? It has 6 questions, and I will be answering all 6. So question 1 is, are there any books this year that you still need to finish? And not really. I don't really put books down that I need to finish months later. I am a weird reader that even if it takes me really long, I will finish within a couple days or weeks of starting it. Again, weird, but what can I say? But number 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition to the end of the year? And it's not autumnal, it is the end of November, so I'm thinking more wintry time frame. And I'm supposed to get One by One by Ruth Ware within the next couple days or weeks from my library, and I really want to read that before the end of December. And I'm thinking that's more wintry because it is a story based, I think, on a ski slope or like in a snowy setting. I know there is an avalanche that traps the characters within a singular place. So I'm thinking snow, I'm thinking winter. That's my book for this question. And I am very excited for that one because I'm finding out that I'm very much enjoying mysteries if it's a good mystery. So I'm hoping that I will enjoy that book as well. And number 3, is there a new release you are still waiting for this year? And again, this question is interesting for me because I'm going to break the rules one more time. This year I fell in love with Woven in the Moonlight by Isabel Ibanez, and it was a phenomenal book to say the least. The sequel to this book is coming out in January of 2021. It's called Written in the Starlight, and it will be coming out on January 26th. So not this year specifically, but really close to the end of this year. And I'm gonna count that because I just love this book so much, and the sequel is coming out so soon. I'm excited. Now, question 4, what are 3 books you still want to finish this year? And again, it is the end of November. How did this year go by so fast? So I only have the month of December to finish these books, but that is okay. I'm going to start with Thinner by Richard Bachman or Stephen King, mostly because I've been saying this book is on my TBR for the last, 3 months or so? And it's not a thick book, and I want to finish it. I genuinely want to read this book, but I just keep putting it off and off and off. So this guy needs to be read in December, and it will be read before it hits 2021. I promise. I promise myself. I promise you. And if it say it, it will happen, right? That's what happens. Yeah. But a second book I want to finish before 2021 is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue by V.E. Schwab. This is a book I've heard really good reviews and okay reviews about, but this is going to be my first V.E. Schwab book. And honestly, the concept just really fascinates me and I want to read it. Do I need another reason? I don't really know. But I want to read it. Fascinating, romance, historical, contemporary aspects, all great things. All great things. Yeah. And the third book I want to finish before 2021 is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. Now, this is his first book after releasing The Inheritance Chronicles? Sure. And it is a sci-fi about a first encounter with aliens. It's a thick guy, but I've heard good things about it and I'm really excited to read it and I just really need to get into it. And it has a beautiful cover, I'm just gonna say. But I want to finish it. It was released this year, I think last month in October. No, it would have been released in September. And it's just been sitting on my floor, mocking me for not reading it the last couple months. So I want to read it in December because I want it to stop mocking me, basically. Now, number 5, is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I have 2 possibilities. So I guess the answer to that question is yes, in that I have 2 possibilities. Number 1, I have No Longer Human by Junji Ito. You're probably all sick of me gushing about how much I've fallen in love with Junji Ito this year, but I still have 2 books of his to read by the end of this year, and No Longer Human is one of them, and then I have a short story collection, which I do also want to read before the year is out. This one is a long novel, manga, and I've heard great things about it. I've heard people absolutely love it. I've also heard people not so much like it, but that's okay, and I am hoping that I will fall in love with this book. Always. The second one is The Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware. The only Ruth Ware book I've actually read is Turn the Key, and I really did enjoy that. So I'm thinking I would like The Woman in Cabin 10. I've really been liking horror. I've really been liking mystery. And I think this is more of a mystery novel than a horror, and I'm okay with that. I'm down for that. So bring it on, Ruth Ware. I've heard this is an amazing novel and people can't put it down once they start it. So again, hoping for the best and want the best. So yes, bring it on. Make it one of my top for the year, or the top of the year, please. And the last question, question 6, is have you already started making reading plans for 2021? I mean, yes. I don't know. Again, this is a very late, the end of the year reading tag video, but I have many series that I'm in the middle of. Robin Hobb, I just started the Assassin's Apprentice, so the Farseer trilogy. I don't know if I'll be able to finish the last 2 in December, so I'll be continuing the Farseer trilogy in 2021. Not to mention I want to read the Live Ship Traders by Robin Hobb and the 20 Man by Robin Hobb. Those are trilogies in themselves. Basically everything in that universe by Robin Hobb I wouldn't mind reading in 2021. It's one of the reasons I reread, or one of the reasons I restarted, or I started to reread The Assassin's Apprentice earlier this month. I started Lord of the Rings earlier this month, and I want to read everything in that Tolkien universe. And I don't think I'll get to all of those in December, so that'll definitely be plans for 2021. And all my Stephen King books. I mean, I have Thinner for next month. And then I have everything else. So yeah, Stephen King. A lot of Stephen King plans. And then not to mention, I have a lot of library books that are going to take forever to get here. So I mean, to say the least, I have The Troop by Nick Cutter. It's like a 10-week wait for me. So that's definitely going to be 2021. Or like In a Holidays by Christina Lauren. That's like a 12-week wait. That's going to be 2021. So yeah, that's my reading plans. I guess that was a pretty short reading tag, but that's the end of the year reading tag from me. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you have done the end of the year reading tag, probably earlier than me, please link it down below because I'd love to watch them. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye. By Isabel Ibanez. Isabel Ibanez. Are there any books you started this year that you have not? Are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? About a first alien encounter? A first encounter with aliens.